Max eagerly tore open the package, revealing his new phone. It was sleek, shiny, and boasted the fastest processor available. He couldn't wait to fill it with games and apps. His old phone had been slow and glitchy. This was a fresh start, a new beginning. He carefully removed the phone from the box, his fingers tingling with anticipation. He powered it on, the screen illuminating with a crisp, clear light. The setup was a breeze, and soon he was scrolling through the familiar icons. Everything seemed perfect. The first thing he did was download his favorite game. The graphics were stunning on the new screen. He lost himself in the game, completely absorbed in the virtual world. Hours passed by. As he finally set the phone down, a strange feeling washed over him. Something felt off. He couldn't shake the feeling that someone or something was watching him.
The next morning, Max woke up with a start. He'd had a nightmare. He couldn't remember the details, but it involved a shadowy figure and a piercing, ringing sound. He shook off the remnants of the dream and reached for his phone. He swiped open the photo gallery and froze. There, amidst his selfies and downloaded memes, was a photo he had never seen before. It was a picture of him, asleep in his bed. But that wasn't what terrified him. The photo was taken from an impossible angle, as if from the ceiling. And his eyes were open, staring blankly up at the camera. A cold dread crept up his spine. This wasn't possible. He tried to delete the photo, but it wouldn't budge. He tried moving it to the trash, but it always reappeared in the gallery. His heart pounded in his chest. He had a bad feeling about this. The strange occurrences didn't stop at the photo. More unexplained images began to appear on his phone. Blurry figures lurking in the background of his selfies, distorted faces in the reflection of his screen, each image more unsettling than the last. Then came the videos, short, choppy clips that made his blood run cold. One video showed him walking down a dark street, but the camera angle was all wrong. It was as if someone or something was following him, just out of sight. Another video showed his room empty and still, but then a faint whisper, barely audible, sent shivers down his spine. It sounded like his name uttered in a raspy, distorted voice. His phone had become a source of terror, a portal to something sinister. He tried everything to stop it. He reset the phone to factory settings. He even took it back to the store, but they found nothing wrong with it. The images and videos kept appearing, each one more disturbing than the last.
Desperate for answers, Max turned to his best friend, Liam. Liam was a tech whiz, always the first to know about the latest gadgets and software. He listened patiently as Max recounted the strange happenings, his brow furrowed in thought.
It could be a virus, a really advanced one, or maybe some kind of hacker is messing with you.
He took the phone from Max and began examining it, his fingers flying across the screen. But no matter how hard he tried, Liam couldn't find anything out of the ordinary. The phone seemed to be functioning perfectly. There were no signs of a virus or any unauthorized access. The mystery deepened.
I don't know, man. This is weird, even for me. Maybe you should just get a new phone.
But Max was hesitant. He had a feeling that this was more than just a technical glitch. Something was deeply wrong, and he needed to know what. As days turned into nights, the disturbances intensified. The phone felt hot to the touch, even when it wasn't in use. The battery drained at an alarming rate, as if something was consuming its energy, and the voice in the videos grew stronger, clearer.
"Help me, I'm trapped."
The voice seemed to be coming from inside the phone, pleading for release. Max began to suspect that this was no ordinary haunting. This was something more powerful, more sinister. One night as he lay in bed unable to sleep, his phone began to ring. The screen flashed with an unknown number. He hesitated, his finger hovering over the answer button. What if it was the voice on the other end? He took a deep breath and answered the call. The line was filled with static, and then he heard it again. The raspy whisper, closer this time, sending chills down his spine.
"Let me out."
Panic surged through Max. He threw the phone across the room, the back cover popping off upon impact. As he stared at the phone, now lying disassembled on the floor, he noticed something strange. A small, rectangular card lay next to the battery. It was an SD card. He had never seen this card before. Curiosity overriding his fear, he picked it up and inserted it into his computer. The computer whirred to life, and a folder popped up on the screen. It contained a single video file. With trembling hands, Max clicked on the video. The footage was grainy, but he could make out the figure of a young man, his face obscured by shadows. He was holding up a smartphone, the same model as Max's, and talking in a panicked voice.
If you're seeing this, it means I didn't make it. This phone, it's cursed. It's possessed by something evil. Don't trust it. Destroy it.
The video ended abruptly. Max stared at the screen, his blood running cold. He finally understood. His phone wasn't just haunted, it was a conduit, a trap for something dark and malevolent, and he had just released it.